Wait, is Kristen actually going to escape from under EJ's nose? And is Philip seriously playing Cupid to push Sarah back to Xander? My jaw is on the floor. Hey, Days fans, welcome back. I've got massive Salem drama to unpack today. Smash that subscribe button, and let's get into this Monday, August 3rd breakdown. So, let's start with the absolute biggest romantic bombshell of the week. The official spoilers for Monday reveal that Philip Kiriakis is taking matters into his own hands. He is actively setting a romantic trap to push Sarah Horton and Xander Cook back together. Yes, you heard me right. Philip is playing matchmaker. He orchestrates this sneaky little setup that leaves Xander and Sarah completely trapped in a close, intimate moment where they are dangerously close to kissing. Sarah ends up running away from her feelings, but the damage is done. She cannot stop thinking about Xander, even though she is currently dating Brady Black. I was stunned. Completely stunned. Let's be real for a second. Philip Kiriakis playing Cupid? The same Philip who used to have the most toxic, explosive rivalry with Xander over Titan Industries and over Sarah herself? Remember when they were literally threatening to break each other's legs and sabotaging every single corporate deal? The writers are wild for this, but I honestly love it. Jean-Paul Lavoisier is playing this new, mature Philip so well. It shows massive character growth that he genuinely views Xander as a brother now and wants him to be happy. It is such a refreshing dynamic for the Kiriakis men to actually support each other instead of stabbing each other in the back. I think Victor Kiriakis is looking down from soap opera heaven and smiling at this new alliance. But let's talk about Sarah. Lindsay Godfrey is acting her heart out right now, portraying this deeply conflicted woman. We all know she is just using Brady Black as a safe, boring placeholder. I am going to ruthlessly drag Brady for a minute because I am so sick of him playing the victim in these love triangles. Brady Black needs to wake up and smell the coffee. He is completely delusional if he thinks he can compete with the chemistry between Sarah and Xander. Xander and Sarah have that toxic, magnetic, undeniable soulmate energy. Remember a few years ago when Xander was literally swapping babies and doing the most heinous things and Sarah still couldn't fully quit him? Remember when Kristen kidnapped Sarah and threw her on that island and Xander tore the world apart to find her? That is soap opera gold. Brady is just a rebound who constantly falls for women who are secretly in love with someone else. Look at his history with Kristen and Chloe Lane, and if you ask me, Sarah running away from this near kiss is just her terrified realization that she is still madly in love with her ex-husband. Sweeps month is going to end with a Zara reunion, I am calling it right now. Moving across town, the spoilers confirm that Rafe Hernandez is gearing up to take down EJ DiMera once and for all. After all the twisted schemes, the cover-ups, and the absolute chaos EJ has caused lately, Rafe is determined to make him face the consequences. Rafe is officially on the warpath, planning to deliver some incredibly bad news to the DiMera patriarch and lock him in handcuffs. Are you kidding me? Rafe taking down EJ? I will believe it when I see it. Galen Gehring and Dan Furigal always have incredible on-screen tension, but let's look at the history here. Rafe has been trying to lock EJ up for over a decade. Remember the Sammy Brady love triangle days? Remember the safe house drama? Every single time Rafe gets close, EJ slithers out of it using some legal loophole, a bribed judge, or classic DiMera blackmail. I honestly believe the writers are setting Rafe up for another massive failure. EJ is wearing Stefano's ring. He is fully embracing his father's monstrous legacy. Rafe is playing checkers while EJ is playing 3D chess. I think EJ is going to use the current family medical emergencies to completely distract the Salem Police Department and make Rafe look like a fool again. Speaking of chess, let's talk about Chad DiMera and Belle Black. The spoilers reveal that Chad and Belle are hitting the brakes on their highly anticipated trip to Italy. They were supposed to fly out on the DiMera private jet to track down the next clue in the Stefano chessboard mystery, but they decide to put the adventure on hold to deal with the immediate explosive drama happening right here in Salem. I am so frustrated with this pacing. The writers have been teasing this Italian adventure for weeks, and now they are just hitting pause. Why? But on the flip side, I am loving the slow burn chemistry between Chad and Belle. Connor Floyd and Martha Madison are absolute fire together on screen. This whole storyline with the missing pawn piece is giving me major nostalgia. It connects all the way back to 1986 when John Black was the pawn. I think keeping them in Salem for a few more days is just an excuse to force them into closer proximity. They're going to get caught up in the crossfire of EJ's madness, and I predict Chad is going to have to physically protect Belle, which will totally lead to their first real, undeniable kiss. They are both healing from massive heartbreak, Chad from Abigail's murder by Clyde Weston, and Belle from Sean's betrayal, and I am here for this new legacy pairing. Now, brace yourselves for the biggest cliffhanger of the episode. EJ's sinister plan to ship Kristen DiMera out of town in a kidnapping transport unit is going to completely flop. When EJ and Rita Leslie go to check the shipping container, they don't find Kristen. Instead, they find a collapsed Lexie Carver. Lexie was trying to unlock something and passed out, completely ruining EJ's revenge plot against his sister. Because Kristen escapes, she pulls the most classic DiMera move ever. The spoilers say Kristen is going to disguise herself as Susan Banks to sneak around Salem and deliver a heartfelt message to her daughter, Rachel Black. Wow. Stacey Hyduck is absolutely killing it right now. Playing Kristen, pretending to be Susan, is the exact kind of campy, dramatic soap opera goodness that we watch this show for. She is a master of these dual roles, throwing on those fake teeth and that ridiculous wig to cause absolute mayhem. I think Kristen is going to manipulate Rachel right under Brady's nose, poisoning that little girl's mind against her own father. But my heart breaks for Lexie. Nikki Crawford's return has been stellar, but the fact that Dr. Rolf's Versavic serum is failing is just tragic. We all cried our eyes out back in 2012 when Lexie died of that brain tumor in Abe's arms. Bringing her back just to torture her and her family again is so cruel. EJ playing God with his sister's life is going to blow up in his face. Abe Carver is going to completely destroy EJ when he finds out Lexie collapsed in a shipping container because of his shady mafia tactics. EJ is losing control of his empire, his family, and his own humanity. This episode is going to be an absolute roller coaster, and I cannot wait to see the fallout. So, I have to ask you guys, do you think Sarah is going to finally dump Brady for Xander this week, or will she stay in denial and marry the wrong man? Let me know your wild theories down in the comments. If you enjoyed this rant, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a Salem update. See you next time.